Hey guys, what's up? It's Eli with Night Jiu-Jitsu and with Aperture, and I have a video today about no-gi chokes. These are ones that are not material dependent like we would use in the kimono. So a really rich area for picking up a lot of different chokes is from turtle position. Turtle position may happen because we were rolling and he turtled up in a defensive posture to stop me from passing or getting into a more substantial position, or maybe it happened off of a failed shot, or maybe I snapped him down to the ground and he assumed this kind of position like that. So somehow I'm going to have my hands configured. And a good configuration for me, especially if this were off of a sprawl, is to have one arm here in front of his shoulder and the other one over here by his armpit. And just from right there, there's a lot of things that I can do. So one that can happen right off the bat is me going in looking for a front guillotine here like this. So on the guillotine, what I'm doing is I'm looking for this part of my arm. I'm going here and grabbing the blade of my hand, and I'm going to collapse my elbows in, and I'm going to kind of scoop like this here. Now, for leverage, I can use my body to scoop in and push forward like that and try to almost pick him up. So this is going to be more like almost like a 10-finger guillotine, and I'm going to drive into him. This arm here I would prefer to have in front of his shoulder too, even though I started from this position. So then from here, I want to drive forward here like this and finish the choke like that, right? If I'm not able to get this hand in front, then we can start looking at some head and arm chokes. An example of a head and arm choke would be the Anaconda Choke, and that's where I enter in here by his neck and I come out over by his armpit. The way it looks is here, this way. And then once this hand comes out by his armpit, this arm here, I'm going to grab here on my bicep. This hand's going to go to his lat, and then I'm going to try to put my nose underneath his body as we roll, the way that an anaconda might roll once they bit onto somebody and they're trying to constrict around them. So I go here, I look to roll. As we go to roll, then now I want to start chasing his legs here, and probably he should start tapping before I get my legs over here to touch his. Similar to the Anaconda Choke, but different in one major way, is the Darce Choke. The Darce Choke is a popular choke from a lot of different positions, and the turtle is a really good one to set it up from initially. So what I'm going to do here on the Darce Choke is, instead of going in by the neck, coming out by the armpit, my arm is going to generally come in by the armpit and out by the neck, like this. I'm going to put my two hands together in a gable grip, and I'm going to put my forearm across the back of his neck, and then I'm going to lift and push, drive on the back of his neck to flip him over. Once he flips over, I stay here perpendicular to him, shoot my hand here, try to get bicep deep. I come here and attach like this. This hand goes here to his lat, and then I'm going to drive forward here like this and squeeze to get the tap that way. So on these arm triangles, just like any triangle choke, I'm trying to get something here on this side of the carotid, something here this side of the carotid, and then pressure on the back of the neck, squeezing all sides in to be able to cut the blood, make a nice clean blood choke like that. Sometimes from this turtle position like this, if I feel like I've gotten in pretty deep here and pretty deep on this side, but I can't quite get deep enough to finish the Anaconda or the Darce or roll him over, and something that I may like to do is go here underneath and connect this like an S grip here halfway. Once I connect this S grip here this way, then I'm going to drive into him, put this leg over his head like this, and then I'm going to sit down with the pressure, my leg on the back of his neck, and get my other leg over his back this way here. And then from here, I'm going to push-pull. I'm going to disengage so that you can see it so I don't pop his head off. But I'm going this way here, and that makes a ton of pressure here in his neck. And we call this a Peruvian necktie. Another one that's similar to this here is like sometimes when I go through here and I'll catch, and I don't feel like I'm going to get quite deep enough here to go for the Anaconda. If something that I can do instead of going for the Anaconda is, first of all, I can squeeze this to push the arm inside, and that'll help me get a little deeper. But if I still don't feel like I'm getting deep enough, I can just reach this hand here and I can grab here like a guillotine choke. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post here, put my knee in this position, and I'm going to pull to kind of a half modified type of guard here like this, and then I'm going to finish almost like a guillotine, except his arm is trapped inside next to his neck, and then it's going to finish like an arm triangle with a guillotine grip.